guys, give me all your seashells, and I'll use those seashells to go and buy gold coins because they're better. And what's going to happen next is my gold coins that I bought will outperform these rubbish old seashells. And good news, guys, I'll give you back even more seashells than you gave me in the first place. Now the problem is, you're left holding seashells, right? Like, this is the crazy thing. If you're speculating on Bitcoin to try and accumulate more dollars or more pounds, that's kind of like investing in laptops to try and earn more typewriters. It really is kind of an illogical principle. And I think the only people that really want to see Bitcoin as a speculative asset are middlemen who are desperately trying to remain relevant in the face of a technology that renders them completely obsolete. So I also take issue with the idea that treasury companies are pushing Bitcoin adoption forward. Because actually what I see is the complete opposite. I go to lots of meetups and I now meet lots of Bitcoiners who don't own any Bitcoin. They're just gambling on treasury stocks. So while these companies claim that they're pushing adoption forward, I actually think the inverse is true. Because what these people are not doing is learning how to run a node. They're not learning how to use an air-gapped hardware wallet. They're not making sovereign, borderless, censorship transactions. And here's the thing, if you buy treasury company stocks, you don't own any Bitcoin, right? You have no claim over the Bitcoin that these companies have bought. You don't have any censorship-resistant money, and you'll only get paid out in the shit coins that we're trying to evolve beyond, which is fiat. So my advice to anyone would genuinely be, don't buy what these people are selling. Buy what they're buying. That's the signal. And I think actually they're holding back real adoption of Bitcoin because they would argue, well, we're introducing it to people who wouldn't have come across it. I think that's fundamentally untrue because it kind of positions the argument that if it wasn't for treasury companies, Bitcoin wouldn't get adopted. Does anyone really believe that's true? Because I think Bitcoin would succeed anyway. I think this is a lot of stolen valor. And I think actually they're a huge distraction from what Bitcoin really is. The yield on Bitcoin is freedom. And if you're splashing around in TradFi and speculating and gambling, I mean, look, do we all agree, I think most people do, that we think everything in general will trend to zero against Bitcoin? Do you really think the stock that you've bought is the magic exception to this rule? And if you don't think it's the magic exception to this rule, then doesn't that mean that on a long enough time frame, eventually someone's going to be left holding the bag?